We are marking 50 days to the Women's Euros. We're going to be right across that for you. All the England, Wales, Spain matches and all the closing stages of the competition from the quarterfinals onwards. Joining us, someone who's had a good season off the back of a good season. Third in the WSL, Manchester United. Leah Galton joins us. Hi, Leah.
Hi, you all right?
Yeah.
Cup final this week as well.
That's right. Yeah, exciting times.
Yeah, very excited. I think this week's going to go super slow in training, but I just want it to be Sunday already.
Yeah. Yeah, how are you kind of reflecting on the season? You pushed Arsenal all the way. I mean, Chelsea were pretty dominant, but and it was a good old battle with City, wasn't it? Your local rivals.
Yeah, I think we've had a good year, to be honest. Obviously, we knew the last stretch of this season was going to be tough, and we knew that all we really needed was a draw against City. And obviously, with 10 men and you're holding on to a draw, knowing that you go and play Champions League, it's kind of intense. So I think that game took it out of me. And obviously, then we had a narrow loss to Arsenal at the Emirates, which was another big game. So I'm just hoping that Sunday's going to be a bit different, and obviously, we win the cup again.
You'll have friends and teammates at the Euro. Some have had call-ups today as well. We've got a few back. Lauren Hemp, Georgia Stanway, Alex Greenwood, all back. And, you know, I mean, I saw a piece today online about the amount of good players that could be missing from the Euros. It's such a great shame, but, you know, injuries hit everybody, don't they?
They do, and I think obviously with the scheduling of the women's game at the minute is crazy. Obviously, every break that I get, I'm lucky because I don't go away with international, so I actually make sure I take time to break. And I think because obviously there's just more and more games. Obviously, we're playing the Sevens tournament in summer now, so that's another week of football like after the season. So I think people just need to be careful with loading and just try not to get injured as best you can.
It'd be interesting to see how Arsenal go in the Champions League, isn't it? Because it would help. I think it would help WSL if an English team won it. Because Chelsea have tried, but you know, not got anywhere really.
Yeah, massively. And I think after playing against Arsenal at the weekend, I think you see why they're in the Champions League final. They're a great team. Like you can guaranteed to score goals. Obviously, they've had a few tough games, I think, with conceding quite a few, but I think it'll be a great Champions League final, and I'll definitely be watching it and rooting for Arsenal. Yeah,
that should be a cracking game, shouldn't it, really?
Chelsea will be difficult. I mean, they were brilliant at one stage in the season. I wouldn't say they've slipped up because they haven't lost the game, but they got hammered by Barcelona, and the league games, they've been sort of not getting away with it, but not quite as convincing as they were, so you must feel you've got a chance.
Yeah, obviously when we've played them, it's been 1-0 both times, and I feel like it's been a tight game. We had chances in the game we played against them at Leigh Sports Village not long ago, and to be fair, we should have scored. Like, there was a few chances we had, and I think it's been so tight that, yeah, they're a great team, and they're obviously unbeaten this season, which is incredible, but I think it'll be closer than everyone thinks on Sunday, and I'll know for a fact I'll be trying to make sure it is closer, and hopefully we can lift the cup again.
You made the United's Player of the Season shortlist. You must have been chuffed with that because there's some girls in great form this year.
Yeah, I think obviously we've got new faces coming in. I think Grace has had a great season. Also Jade, she's had a really good year for me. She's definitely given us something different in the squad. Unfortunately, obviously she's out at the minute, but yeah, I think there's been a lot of people up there. Obviously, Terry's bagged a lot of goals. She's done exactly what we want a centre forward to do. So it's been a good year, and I've really enjoyed it, and I'm just really happy that we've made Champions League.
Yeah, I saw a bit of Grace Clinton at my club, Spurs, and I was hoping they would keep hold of her. But I mean, the idea was always for her to have a year and develop, and Manchester United benefited from that, didn't they?
Yeah, I think she definitely. I knew, obviously, I played with her before she went to Spurs, and she was very, very young. And I think she did need to go away and develop, which she did exactly that. I think she's come back unbelievable, and she's definitely up there for, obviously, players in the league. I think she's one of the best, and she's so young. So it's exciting to see players like that coming through and just being so talented. And I actually get to play with them, which is so nice.
Now, in your formative years, you went over to the States and had a football scholarship, and I read that you're involved in a kind of sports recruiting USA business, and you advise on that. I mean, is it still a good, viable route for young women footballers?
I always swear by it. If people ask me about it, I've had nothing but positive experiences from that. I definitely think it made me it's definitely made me who I am today on and off the pitch. So I'm not against it. I know obviously with certain criterias and things nowadays you can't necessarily leave the country to play, which I think is difficult. So I think if you get the opportunity and you want to, it's definitely something I would do. I had the best time of my life, football, academics, everything, and it was just a life experience for me, to be honest.
You did it in 2012, and I think since then the academy system, if you're a good young player, has improved. So maybe it's not a route that people follow quite as much because there are options, maybe.
Yeah, I think when I did it, there wasn't as many options. Like, you're right, like there wasn't much to kind of aim for and to shoot for. So I think now with obviously the success from the Euros and all how big women's football is now and how it's just continuing to grow, I think there's so many more paths that you can take in the UK. And I think obviously people are doing that, and the quality of players is unbelievable.
Yeah.
We've got some girls through from the academy that are like training with us, obviously, because their season's finished, and it's just so nice to see like there's such a push for it now.
And did you play in the final last year?
I did, but I broke my leg.
Ooh. What, during the game?
Yeah, I broke my leg in the 3rd minute.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, obviously I didn't know at that point, and I played till about 55 minutes.
Oh,
wow.
I think
run it off. Was that the advice?
Can't run off.
Basically, my captain said to me, "Run it off, you're fine." And I tried to, but it didn't quite work like that. So I knew I had to come off. But obviously, we won that game quite convincingly, and the girls did a great job. So it was a bit of a up and down emotional roller coaster that day for me.
I mean, it's that classic example of adrenaline, isn't it? I mean, in the moment, and when probably afterwards when they X-ray it and they say, "Oh yeah, it's broken," and you're thinking, okay, how did I manage to play for like 50 odd minutes?
Yeah, I did. I fractured my tib and I did all my ligaments in my ankle, so it was a good one. It was a really good one.
If you're going to do it properly.
I mean, the game was at Wembley, wasn't it? And there was an odd thing in men's football that there was a period from about, 58 to sort of quite a long time where there was a broken leg in every final. It doesn't, thank goodness, doesn't happen that much, but it was really a common thing.
Well, that was
Dave
just keeping
Whelan,
up.
Norman Dean, various people.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get my name in there,
On the roll call.
Yeah.
The roll call at Wembley General Hospital. Yeah. So, just finally on the Euros, 50 days we're marking, Leah. So, I mean, you play against and with some of the sort of best players around the world in the WSL. And I'm sure the girls that are going to be going have been talking about it. I mean, it's going to be tough. We know Spain are good. There's all the usual suspects, isn't it? Germany, Holland, Sweden. There's some great teams. It'd be fantastic if the girls could go there and retain it.
Yeah, I think obviously I watched it last time and they were unbelievable. I think it's difficult because when you won it once, everyone always just presumes you're going to go and win it again, But like that's kind of the same with the FA Cup, but it's not like that. Like there's a complete different pressure, and I think it will be hard. But I think with the squad and the talent they've got, they're up there. Like they're definitely up there with a chance. I'll definitely be watching all the games. I've been shooting with Toonie in practice today, so hopefully she can whip out some good shots in the Euros.
Brilliant. Well, look, good to talk to you, Leah. Thanks very much. All the best for the Cup final.
Yeah. Good luck in the final.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
You. Bye.
That's Leah Galton there from Manchester United.